Welcome back to Ozarks Live. With us now is Nancy Moanas Arias with Operation Christmas Child, which is in conjunction with the Samaritan's Purse, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's first talk a little bit about you, because I understand that you did not grow up here. So tell us where you grew up.
I grew up in a hard-to-reach country in the Middle East.
Yes.
Wow.
And so what was that like?
We were the minority there, so we faced a lot of persecution living there. And my parents worked really hard to provide for me and my 4 siblings. So we played lots of soccer in the middle of the street wearing our flip-flops, and we even tried to build our own seesaws using pieces of wood and bricks with no handles. So you can imagine.
Yeah.
Thank God for his protection. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, okay, so the shoe box, the project that happens and it benefits some people around the world, you and your family benefit from as a child. So
Yes.
what was that like? What was that experience like for you?
It was December 25th. It was actually a Christmas day, and at home we would have a small Christmas tree that we will set up every year, the same one, with no gifts under. And we asked my parents, and they said we don't do gifts because they could not provide for it. But when we went to church that day and we were celebrating Jesus' birthday, it was amazing, very exciting. They told us, wait, we have a surprise. And they start getting these big brown boxes on stage, taking out colorful, beautiful shoe boxes and calling the names of the kids. I just remember sitting there. I was so excited. My heart was pounding in my chest. I could not wait for them to say my name to go and get one of those boxes. And as soon as they did, it was like I was walking up on clouds. And I held on to my box so tight.
Yeah.
I had to wait until we got home to open them because they told us not to open them there.
And so what kind of things did you find inside?
This was packed with school supplies, hygiene items, toys. Everything was colorful and brand new. It was just exciting. I mean, there was things I wished for, and there was things I did not even know about. Yes, it was awesome.
And I heard that there was one in particular item that meant the most to you in that box. What was that?
Yes, right on the top of everything when I opened my box was this picture of the couple who packed my shoe box.
Oh, is this the actual picture?
Yes. Yeah, this is the picture that blessed my heart because they're strangers. They don't know me or my situation, but they loved me so much with God's love that they packed a box filled with gifts just for me. Yeah.
So how are you able to connect with this program once you came over to the U.S.?
When we moved to the U.S., I started attending a church, and they invited me to a packing party. And I did not know what that is. I did not connect both of them together. I remember walking into the church building, seeing the boxes, the logo, the school supplies, everything. It was everywhere, on the tables, on the floor, and I was just mind blown. Because God had me now on this side of the world, able to bless children like me that are in need, that are praying for a gift. So it was just a blessing to me to be able to give now.
Yeah, and I remember packing, or not packing these, but giving towards these when I went to a church that did this earlier. And but I had never actually spoken to someone who had received it. Like, it's one thing from one side of it going, oh, this is something good we're doing and we're sending it off. But when you actually talk to someone and see someone whose life it affects and how it gives you hope, and you see someone that cares that much about you, it's totally different. So I understand that there's a week long here, November 14th through the 21st.
Yes, it's the 3rd week of November.
Okay, so what is happening that week?
They're doing a lot of collection of the shoe boxes. So everybody that will pack their shoe boxes will drop them off at their churches or drop-off locations.
Okay, so how can people get involved with that if they want to be, whether they want to help pack them or volunteer to, donate to that?
Yes, so they can go on SamaritansPurse.org/OCC. You can even build your own boxes online using that website.
Cool.
Or you can pack them and look up drop-off locations on that website.
Okay.
And you'll know where to drop them off.
Yes, and you are speaking a few places around the area. Yes. Is there like a schedule somewhere that we can follow that if someone wants to come hear you speak?
Yes, there should be a schedule, and
okay.
We'll see, it's a lot of churches around here.
This area.
Speaking,
Okay.
Right.
Well, thanks for sharing this with us. This is so special.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It's really exciting.
Of course. All right, well, coming up, we're going to check back in with Tom over at T's Redneck Steakhouse.
Ozarks Live will be right back.